Sully is directed by Clint Eastwood and stars Tom Hanks, Aaron Eckhart, Anna Gunn and Laura Linney. The movie, which is about the astonishing pilot who managed to land a huge jetliner with over 155 people on board into the Hudson River safely without any casualties. This movie explores whether he really was a hero or whether other factors were involved. I went into this movie skeptically, as I always find Clint Eastwood's movies very hit and miss. Sometimes he can really pull off something incredible, whereas others he peddles out some overly saturated, overly long movie which is not too interesting. However, with Sully being one of his shorter films, it was a joy to see how tight and focused this movie was. I loved how this movie decided to focus on the aftermath of the water landing to show how it affected Captain Sullenburger and his everyday life, which is very, very interesting to see, day in, day out. I found myself 100% invested and engaged in the investigation side of the story which was taking place in this movie, as you are completely on side with Sully and his co-pilot Jeff Skiles, who is very comedically performed by the astonishing Aaron Eckhart. Even though you want to support Sully through his struggles, this movie does a great job at showing both sides of the argument, and you do see where the insurance companies are coming from, and they do bring up some very interesting and essential points that allow you to see why they are going an investigation against Sully and against the event that happened, although he may be a hero. On the contrary to that, however, this movie did have some quite significant pacing issues, where the movie would use flashbacks and would time jump all over the place to tell the story, and this decision made the movie feel quite incoherent and very broken up, which makes the story sometimes quite difficult to follow for some viewers. If the movie was told in a chronological order, then the movie would have been of a lot smoother ride, and therefore would have made it a lot more easier to follow and a lot more of an enjoyable movie to watch, as you wouldn't have to realise where it was jumping to and from. Overall, this movie was beautifully directed, and with the incredible believable performance by one of the best actors working today, and with a stunning comedic performance from Aaron Eckhart, who adds so much to this movie, and the way this movie tributes the event and the heroes who were a part of it is extremely respectful but also special. This is definitely one of Eastwood's greats in my opinion, and therefore I have to give Sully the grade of an A- because this movie was absolutely stunning, but because of that pacing issue it had to bring it down a couple of pegs.